anything of chess? Okay, so I didn't see anyone exactly. So, okay. So basically the idea of this camp, and also today is actually a very important day because 20th July is considered International Chess Day, which is like in a few hours. So this is the like a UN declared chess day, which is International Chess Day to celebrate chess and it being, around for like so many years. So the camp is, we're going to do it in two groups, beginner and intermediate. So if you are someone who just started playing chess and know some moves, you'll definitely be under the beginner category. And if you would have some already played some tournaments, and I'm pretty sure you'd know there is a very big chess club in St. Louis. If you're in St. Louis, it's called the St. Louis Chess Club, and it's on Central West End. So that's a very important chess community, like a club in the world itself, not just in US or anywhere. All the strong players visit there often and play. So before going further, I'll also just give a brief introduction outside of what Santosh just said. So I started playing chess when I was 6.5, 7. And I think if you are anywhere around that age, it's a very good age that if you start to play chess, because most of the kids these days start at 5.5, 6. That's the right starting age to learn chess. And I started at 6, 6.5, and then I play. I mean, I'm still like pretty much an active player. I still play tournaments, and key things of chess that has given to me is like one. I came to St. Louis in full scholarship for both undergrad and grad school, and playing chess helped me to travel around the world, like 11 countries, and those are key benefits I feel that chess would, I'll just share my screen for a moment. So I have actually a quick PowerPoint that I wanted to share. I think you need to give me screen share permission, something. Oh. Are you there? Hello?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking.
Yes, Priyadharshan. I think you can share. I believe you already have.
You disable screen share. It just says.
Oh, is it okay? Let me give you host co-host. Yeah. Change host. I think you are host now.
Yeah, sure. Okay, can everyone see my screen now? I mean,
yes.
screen share.
Yes.
Okay, great. Thanks. So yeah, so practical benefits of playing chess. We know a lot of things, right? Like if you play chess, you are considered to be very smart. You calculate, but there are a lot of practical benefits that I also wanted to know why you should play chess. One, playing chess helps you to meet a lot of different people. Like even though I said I traveled to 11 countries, I've met players from at least 130, 40 countries. So every tournament you play, you see at least 20, 30 countries players play. Like if you go to the St. Louis Chess Club, you will be seeing at least 15 different countries of players, playing chess there. So it's a very easy way to interact with a lot of different, wide set of audience. That's, I think, very important benefit of playing chess. That's the great tool. And another, as I said, scholarships. If you are a school student, college student, you get scholarships. And in St. Louis, you have 3 big universities which support chess full time. St. Louis University, University of Missouri at St. Louis, Webster University, and also Lindenwood University. So I did my undergraduate in Lindenwood University and master's in Webster. So you get that benefit also. And in Texas, there are 3 big universities which support chess. So basically, there are around 9 universities in US which give more or less full scholarship based on how strong you are. So playing chess gives you that benefit. And other than that, there is also a chess merit badge in St. Louis Chess Club, which you can go and as part of the Boy Scouts of America. So this is also another benefit you have. And technical benefits of playing chess, concentration. I mean, anyone wants to take a guess how many seconds we, on an average, like we can concentrate on anything? Seconds, not even minutes. Any guess, anyone? Okay, so I guess yeah, I have someone raise a hand. Go. Akshay, I guess, raised a hand. Yeah, go ahead.
1 minute?
No, there's a study which says we can focus only for 8.2 seconds on average on anything, no more than that. So that's a very short time, right? Like you just can focus on a thing for 8.2 seconds and then you you get distracted, which is like shorter than a goldfish focusing. It can focus 9 seconds. So chess, like if you have played a game, it at least lasts a minimum of 10 minutes, right? Like you have to play 10 minutes, 5 minutes for you, 5 minutes for our opponent most of the time. So certainly that's one big advantage of, like, that's why they say chess is, you need a lot of concentration to play chess, because if you don't focus, you're going to be making mistakes and you're going to be losing your game. So that's one. And another, yeah, every move you make has an important decision. Like every move is a decision you make on the board. So that's also very important why you need to play chess, and why if you play chess, you gain the ability to, make the right decisions whenever you are given a choice. And there is time management. Like how many of you have played with a chess clock? Have you played a game with a clock or in an online chess where there's a clock? Anyone over here?
I have.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have.
so yeah,
I
you
have.
all,
Me.
yeah, I see a lot of people raise hands. And so yeah, so that's another thing, right? Like if you don't manage to finish your game within the time, even if you have a winning position, you're going to be losing. So time management is a very important skill that you learn from playing chess. And I mean, and all these tools, they don't just apply to chess. That's the most important thing. I have practically used these tips in like my outside of the chessboard also, like other aspects of life. And the team play, even though chess is a very individualistic game, if you think about it, you have 16 pieces to start, right? Like, so if all your pieces coordinate well, only you can win a game. So even though it's an individual sport, there is actually team play involved in the game. That's a very critical thing of chess. So if you leave all your pieces and you just play with, some of your pieces, most likely your opponent's pieces, if they are better coordinated, they are going to be, like winning the game. So there are a lot of other benefits of chess also. I just said, and many more. So some of the things outside of this is certainly creativity. That's one thing. And if you want to, like understand chess in a very deeper way, and it's not just analytical. So that's why in chess many times you may see someone say, like, chess is like, there's a nice puzzle there, like chess is a nice like, how did you find such a move? Because those things are all, even though it is analytical, there's a lot of creativity involved in chess. So that's very so some participant has raised their hand. Any question? Or?
I accidentally did that.
Okay, so yeah, so that's some of the benefits of playing chess. And so about the camp, what are the things we are going to cover? So let's say you are beginner level, which is, I would say, under 1200. If someone of you have USCF rating that's about 1200, you would be generally classified an intermediate. So if you are in beginner level, we are going to be talking about pin fork mating patterns. So in pin fork mating patterns, some of you may know what they are, but there are different levels within pin fork mating patterns. Very basic, slightly advanced, and very advanced kind of. So these are the main key things we'll be talking from a beginner level on the camp, and over the 5 days. And if we have additional time, we may cover more topics. But the idea is to ensure that you know as much as possible of these three topics if you're on the beginner level. And let me go on to the intermediate level. So if you are falling on the intermediate level, which is the second group, we'll be mainly talking about trapping pieces, attacking the king, and in attacking the king, castle king and castle king. So we'll be talking about trapping pieces, because as coach, I've seen many players, especially around that intermediate level, they'll either drop pieces voluntarily, in the sense they will give up pieces for free without knowing that they are giving up pieces. But people will not be capturing them, thinking either that capture does not exist, or if because there is, like something wrong with that particular move. So that is why we are going to be talking about how to trap opponent's pieces. And also it's actually a lot of fun to learn trapping pieces, because it is very nice concept in general to learn how to trap opponent's pieces. And the other one is attacking the king. So if you just starting out playing chess, like the ultimate goal of a game is to checkmate the opponent, right? It's not to capture the king, but to checkmate the opponent, which is, many people think it's just like if you capture the king, the game is over. Actually, capturing the king is an illegal move. So it's basically you checkmate the opponent king, which is where you give a check and the king cannot really move anywhere else. The king is basically trapped. So that is the second topic. This is for the intermediate level, where we'll be talking about attacking the king when it is castled and when that's not uncastled, when it's just on the center of the board. So this would be the intermediate level topic. And so far, to the kids, any questions you have? We'll also have a separate question in the last 10 minutes. If you do have any questions also now, you can just quickly ask me, okay? So I'm just letting you know. And about the camp, so I will be taking 2 hours of classes if you're on the beginner or if you're on the intermediate. And we also have an other coach who will be mainly conducting the classes for you, which will be Coach Kadiravan, and he will be the primary coach for the camp. And I will be the one who has put the syllabus together, and I will be, be there throughout the camp as a mentor. So the main achievements of the coach I've listed out, so you can read themselves. He has worked a lot of with kids, like like beginner and intermediate level kids. So that's why he's going to be your main coach for both the beginner and intermediate level camp. So here we go before the camp. And there's also other things I just wanted to talk about in general, which is so we talked about like why you have to play chess if you are already not playing chess and so on. And there are some personal experiences I wanted to share on why playing chess is fun. So I actually also have a friend whose story I want to share. So I have a friend from Australia, and the friend, he's a very strong player. There's only like around 1900 chess grandmasters. And as I said, like I'm one of the grandmasters, and India has 66 grandmasters right now. And I'm 44th grandmaster from India. And I think US has around 100 grandmasters at this point, somewhere around 100. So this friend of mine, he wanted to go just visit some random place in Africa. And then the first thing he did is like when he wanted to go there, he decided what are the chess clubs there. And he just saw a chess club in Kenya, and he said, "Okay, I'm visiting." He's a grandmaster, as I said. So he said, "I'm visiting your country, so like I just would like to visit this chess club." And what happened is like even though no one really knew who he was, but they knew that he was a grandmaster. So like at the end of the trip, he was actually like like on a lot of local newspapers, even like national newspapers, like a grandmaster visited our country for as a tourist, but then he also played chess with the local kids. So chess is actually a very global language. 190 countries. If you know chess, you can go into any 190 countries in the world, and there you can find someone who plays chess. As I said, I've interacted with players from at least 100 countries. So whenever you go for, let's say, a world championship, world youth championship, or a important tournament, you're going to be seeing kids from at least 90, 100 countries. And right now, there is going to be an online chess Olympiad. So, because of pandemic, the most sports are not happening, but chess is one of the most popular sports right now, because we have an online chess Olympiad that is starting in 2 days from now. And we have around 160 countries playing chess, the best players of every country playing through online for the online chess Olympiad title. And that's a very cool thing. And that the sport is continued. You can play it irrespective of where you are. You just need a phone You need a phone app where you can play against the computer, or you can play against other human beings. And if you have a chessboard and friend, you can play with them. That is important thing. And so these are the main things. And other than that, as I said, St. Louis, if you walk into the chess club, you are going to be seeing chess classes, chess content, material, like in sessions, everything. How many of you here have been to the St. Louis Chess Club? Anyone?
I
Me.
have.
Quite a few, right? So, is there any, what do you see when you go into that place? Like, do you see, what kind of energy is there? Like, you remember, do you see, a lot of different set of people? Like, what is, anyone can just say what they felt when they went to that club?
Well, it's really cool because there's like a whole wall of like a bunch of powerful grandmasters and like really good people. And like there's so many there's like a digital leaderboard about like a current tournament, and
Yeah.
there's always like whenever I go there, there's always like a current tournament going on. It's like really cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's the key thing. Whenever you walk in, you see someone always ready to play a game of chess. I think someone else also wants to share their experience. Anyone else? I just saw someone raise their hand. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The best thing about it, there's always a person to play chess with, and also they're usually really good at chess.
Yeah. So yeah, that's true. So the most of the players there, play quite a bit of chess. So they are good at chess. So that's the reason. One of the reasons, like if you consistently train, you can become good at chess also. Like even if you don't take chess very seriously, I would say definitely like continue to be associated with the game as a hobby. Like not everyone can become like a professional chess player, right? But because it takes a lot of, like, for example, I started playing chess when I was 7, but when I became a grandmaster, I was like 24. So it took me like 17 years. On average, it takes anyone more around 10 years of more of serious chess training. Serious chess training in the sense I'm talking about like 5+ hours per day of chess. That's what takes to become a professional in chess. So even if you are not not going to be a very professional or a serious chess player, the fact that even if you spend 1 hour a day on your own on chess, you are going to be improving a lot, where you can, there is, as you said, there are different rating levels. You can reach even all the way up to 2000, 1900 USCF FIDE rating. If you do spend 1 hour of your time, if chess interests you. So yeah, professional chess is completely different from just in general learning chess. And the players whom you see on the club, I'm pretty sure if you notice, they would be there at least 1-2 hours, at least in the minimum. And outside of that also, I believe they would be watching, some chess videos or chess lessons, something like that. So yeah, so that is that's why, expertise in chess is actually very easy to get the basic expertise, but to master it actually takes a lot of effort. So from, if you are already, let's say you're a 1200 rated player or a 1000 rated player, or you just know how to move pieces, it is not that hard to get a chess rating, USCF or a FIDE rating. FIDE is slightly tough, but USCF rating, if you play in the chess club for 1 month regularly, you'll end up with a pretty decent chess rating. That's the thing. And as we just had mentioned that there is leaderboard and always a lecture, always someone to play. And one important thing is, it's like you said, there's always someone stronger than you, right? So that does mean you end up most of the times losing the game, right? I think someone who I just mentioned their experience, can you just tell me, right? Most of the times you end up losing when you play against a strong player. Is that right?
No, I said there's a lot of experienced players.
Okay. So actually, the reason why I brought about losing concept is, one of the interesting things about chess is the more the games you lose, actually you get better at chess. That's a very kind of tough to understand. how will you get better if you lose more games at chess? That's the point is, in my chess career, which I've now been playing for 20 years, I would have I think in total, I would have lost at least 5,000 games, I would say, minimum. I mean, if I'd played, let's say, 14,000 games, I don't know the exact number, but I'm saying the more the games, I mean, I'm counting online games also, like you play on a chess.com website or, other portals, and counting those kind of games. The more the games you lose, more you know what you are lacking. Like, if you're weak in certain part of the game, that is very important. Someone just raised their hand. Do they want to say something?
Yeah. Like if you're going on the internet, can you play with robots, or do you have to play with actual people?
You can not robots. You can play with the computer engines. Also, you can play with actual humans also. So you can choose. So there are engines, chess engines called like Stockfish and other basic chess programs with which you can play. And also you can play with the human beings from like all around the world if you register yourself in some chess websites like chess.com. And you can play with them in any time control you want. Like if you want to play a longer game, shorter game. Yeah. So that is it. So yeah, so the more the games you lose, more you learn. And the reason behind this is, one, you know what your weaknesses are, and two, like you kind of like analyze the games like more in a deeper way, because whenever you lose, it's a very bad feeling, but it actually helps you to grow a lot in chess. That is very critical, to lose more to learn more in chess. So initially, in the initial stages when you are playing chess, I would suggest you try to play against players who are far more stronger than you, your current level. So if you are, let's say, 1200 rated player, try to consistently play against players who are around 1400 rating, at least 200 to 200 points higher rated than you. That's very important. I know it is very tough. It's a very bad feeling when you lose. But if you consistently, let's say if you lose 20 games to a 1400 player, trust me, in like within 2 months, 3 months after getting that much experience, you will also go, you will become a 1400. But then the reason is like, because you kind of start understanding how the higher rated player thinks, right? Because that's the process they are using to, beat you. So once you get that understanding, you can start scoring points easily. So once you become a 1400 rated player, then you should consistently play against 1500 or 1600 players. You should not try to play against players who are, let's say, 1300 or 1200. Even though it's easy to play against lower rated players and win the game, it's better to play against stronger players than your rating. That's very important. So and all the way up to 2000 rating, you can come with very focused effort. If you can put 1 hour of day on chess on your own, or watching a chess content, you can reach like 2000. And 2000 is a very important achievement in chess. I think they call it club level player or something in US. There is a certain term they use if you reach 2000 rating. So that rating is considered to be like some level of mastery, because most players in US don't even reach up to 2000 level. Their range is like 1700, 1800. So from 2000 onwards, the path to becoming, let's say a grandmaster is far more tougher, but very much doable. But so that is 2000 should be the basic benchmark you should all aim for. If once you pick up the game, that should be your goal. So once you become 2000, then going further ahead from there is like a different set of work ethic you need to go past 2000 rating. Okay, so as actually I see a lot of kids here, I'll show some positions. I'll share my chessboard screen, so we'll just have like 1 or 2 positions, and then we can go from there. Okay, let me just stop my share for a moment. And so whoever knows the solution, just raise hands. So I'll start with very basics. And Okay, can everyone see my chessboard?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so people who got the solution, just wait for a moment. Anyone who has not yet got the solution, let's give them some time. This is like absolute basic position I'm starting with. Okay, I'll give everyone, maybe we'll give them 1 minute more for everyone if they have not yet found the solution.
I think for the kids who's new, like I think white to move, right?
Yeah, sorry, I forgot to mention.
Yeah, white to move, one step checkmate. That's a pushing.
Yeah. So if you are not getting the solution, you should enroll for the beginner camp. You are still not ready for the intermediate section. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to participant and raise your hand if you know the solution.
Yeah, that would be better. So. Okay, so anyone still figuring out or like very close to solution, or you think you kind of have the solution? Anyone? Okay, so one of them who raised the hand, can you tell me the solution?
Knight G6.
Yeah, that's right. So it's, let me make the move on the board. So yeah, it's knight G6, and the point of it being that the king is on check. Just a moment. Yeah, the king is on check, and it's a pin. So we cannot capture, even though it looks like we can capture. It's illegal move because it's on pin. So that would be the solution, as the king cannot move as there's a rook on G8. Okay, so let me go to my next position. This would be slightly harder than the previous one. Can you see my new position, or still the old position has been shared?
It's still position.
Still the old position. Okay, let me change this.
I still see the old position.
Okay, let me change the share this time. Okay, now I guess you may see the new position. This is black to play. Let me flip the board. Yeah. Okay, yeah, again, raise hands and wait. Let's give everyone a chance. Okay, I see similar numbers like 6 raising hands for this also. And actually this position, it can be either way. If you think from white's perspective also, there is, if it's white to move also, you can checkmate. If it's from black to move also, you can checkmate. So it depends on whose turn it is. This position is for black to play. And okay, we'll give another 15 seconds or so, and then one of the participants who raised hands can answer the solution. Okay, so anyone want to tell the solution, share the solution?
Rook F1 check.
Yeah. King G2.
Rook F2 checkmate.
Yeah, so it would be Rook 8 F2,
F2.
because both are on the F file. We can't notate it as F, because then this rook is also on the F file. So yeah, but correct solution. Good job on the Rook 8 F8. If it was white to play, what would be? What is the solution? If let's assume it was white to play.
Rook takes B2 check. King
Rook
takes
G7, King H8, and then Rook H7.
Rook takes H7 check. King
Yeah.
back to G2. Rook BG7 checkmate.
Correct. So Rook G7, King H8, and then Rook H7, King G8 back, and then the other rook comes and checkmates. Correct. Okay. So how many people, I think like anyone thought maybe this was the solution, but we are not very sure. How many people like that? Who thought this was black's, could be the black solution, but we're not sure, so you did not raise your hand. 5 people?
I thought the same thing, but I did not know if that was the right solution.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so for those that you were right. So even if you are not sure, if you thought this was the solution, you still got it right. So okay, let me go to the next position. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes. Yeah, I think it updated, refreshed.
But I think they also saw the solution. Did anyone see the solution?
Yeah, I saw a little bit of it.
Okay, let me give a different one. Let me stop the share and give a different position. I didn't know that the solution was. Okay, this one is white to play. This one is also similar in strength as the previous one. White to play and checkmate. Okay, we have 2 people. I think they are found. 3, 4. So the people who are raising hands, do you all like also have a USCF rating, or you just have?
I play in tournaments.
Yeah, I play in tournaments.
Okay.
I
Anyone who
can do
knows the solution but does not have a rating?
I
Like
don't
I've never.
have a rating.
Oh, good. So, but I guess you know, you have, like in basic checkmate concepts. That's good. So actually we have more participants raise hands than the previous position 8. Anyone who's not sure, but you think you may know the solution, but not yet have raised the hands.
Yeah, if you are not sure, give a thumbs up so that we know who is, because to differentiate it. Just give a thumbs up if you know but not sure.
It's okay if it's wrong, but just attempt it if you are not sure. Yeah. Okay, I actually just made the solution. So queen takes 8-7. Did everyone who raised the hand, was this the move that you had in mind?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the second move?
Yes.
And then
No,
Queen takes h7, then
Now the
knight
7.
Then
Okay.
Checkmate.
Okay, fine. That's the correct solution again. So you're just deflecting the queen from the key square, which it was defending, and then you're checkmating away from checkmating the king. Okay, so I'll just share one more position, and then we'll have like a quick question and answer where any questions of chess like you have, you can feel free to ask me. Okay, let me just put up one position. So this will be kind of like the toughest position of the from what we have seen so far. So let's see how many people can find this. Okay, can everyone see my screen now?
No.
no.
Okay. Now,
Yes.
Yes.
okay, this is white to play. Let me.
I think I just saw the solution.
All the solution.
Oh. No.
Hopefully, you know, okay, actually I should put it on a different thing because I think the solution is kind of visible still. Yeah, maybe this is better. Yeah. So 5 people who raised hands, hopefully they didn't see the solution and raised hands. They spotted it. Okay, so we'll just give another 10 seconds or 15 seconds for anyone who is still trying to solve the solution, and then we can go from there. Okay, so anyone who raised the hands, do you want to share the solution?
Bishop.
Bishop P.
Bishop,
Yeah.
where? Repeat the solution again.
4, because even if the rook takes, you get the rook on b8 check.
Let's say, what if I capture this rook from b8 to b5? I
Then
use this rook and
check.
capture. What do you play?
Wait, did you say if the rook on b8 takes the rook on b5?
Yes. Yes.
Then you play rook a8 checkmate.
Yes, correct. And what if, let's say, I play knight captures on f5 instead of rook b5?
You can either go king g1 or king g2. After knight takes the bishop, you can take the rook on b8.
No, you can feel free to ask.
I think, Priyadarshan, I think there was a thunderstorm here. We lost power some of the place, so I'm just rejoining. Not sure if anybody has the issue like that.
Can you repeat it? I just didn't hear you for a second.
Okay. There was a thunderstorm and we lost power for a few seconds, and just the power came up. So not sure if somebody else has the problem. Yeah, because it went off when they are solving the problem.
Okay. Okay. So I guess everyone is super quiet, so no questions, I guess. Okay, so then I guess I'll just share some one more position. If no questions, then I'll take share a position. So the camp will also be kind of like this. Also, just to give an idea of how the camp will be based on which group you are. So we'll explain you a concept here. I did not tell you any specific concept. I just showed you some positions. But let's say if you're talking about pin, then basically we'll talk of pin, like how to use pin, and you know, like what are the different scenarios or positions where you can apply the concept. And the same for the intermediate. Based on the concept, we'll introduce you to the concept first. We'll show you a lot of examples, and you will be like kind of solving them in the camp. That is the format of the camp over the whole week. And so yeah, that's how we're going to be planning the topics, and the sessions would be. So that's one. And also we'll be seeing some full games like from the start, where you know such the concepts we are discussing will be used. So that's important. Okay, so let me share one more position if there's no questions. I'll try to keep this one also simple. Okay, white to play. There's also kind of like a checkmate kind of theme we have on the board. This is not easy. This is like than the previous question. This is slightly tougher by strength. So I still don't see anyone raising hand because this is a tougher position. So take your time. This one is. Okay, we have one person who has raised hand. I think many will be kind of think they got it, so but maybe still unsure. So just double check your solution and then like. So the key concept is we need to somehow find a way to checkmate this king on e8. We have two people raise hands so far. Okay. Let's wait for.
I think if those who know the solution, like raise hand in in the participant, not on physical handing. I mean, don't use the physical hand raise. You can raise it on. Yeah.
You cannot see on the camera. Okay, so anyone who raised the hand, do you want to share the solution?
Yeah. So you do four. You do queen e4 because you're threatening checkmate on e7. But also, if the queen on b8 takes your queen on b4, then you can do rook c8 check. After the rook takes back by force, it's rook x c8 checkmate.
Yeah. Do you have a rating? USA rating?
Yeah.
ರೂಕ್ಕೆ ಹೊಡೆಯಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾನು 50
I didn't hear you. Sorry.
I have a question.
Yes.
Akshita, what if the queen doesn't take the queen on b4?
Okay, so the queen doesn't take the queen on b4. The queen obviously has to go to d8. In that case, you go rook c8, pinning. Yeah. So if the queen goes to d8, then you do rook d8. Then if the queen takes, they can't, because the queen takes, you have checkmate on e7. The rook takes, so then your rook takes back e8, and then the queen either loses, and then so if the queen takes, then you get checkmate. So they can't really do anything, and then you get the queen for free. Yes.
Yeah. So someone, how many of you thought maybe this was the solution? Anyone? I think a few people messaged me saying.
Yeah, I was.
This is technically like it's still an advantage if you play this move, but this is not checkmate because the point of this is over here. It's immediately not a checkmate, and there are like comparatively this is a longer way to checkmate. This is the more shortest route to checkmate is to go queen b4 because now black can try maybe to go one move, like try to waste some more tempo, or maybe play d6 first and after capture then try to go rook c7, stop mate. So this is still you checkmate in maybe 6 moves, but if you go queen b4, the process is way faster. That's the critical move about it. So if you got rook c8, it is still good, but so this is another important thing about chess. So if you find a strong move, immediately don't execute the move. for a better idea always. There could be a better plan. So spend few additional seconds or a minute trying to find a better plan. And if you don't, then you all, because you kind of have a backup plan already, the original plan that you intended to play. So never immediately, if you find a spot, a good move, always try to find if there's anything better than that. If there is not, then yeah, certainly go back to your original idea and execute it. So here, after queen b4, this mate is kind of unstoppable. And again, if d6 or so, you just simply capture. And then again, you're threatening checkmate. So yeah, okay. So that's fantastic. So, and the one who solved it, what's your rating? I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
My rating is 975.
Okay, that's still, this is a slightly tougher position. So very good job.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Okay. So again, once again, any general questions you have on anyone, like last 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes of, I don't want to show one more position. I would just like, would like to have a conversation if you have a question, or if you are not sure, like what you should study chess on your own time, or like how do you like learn chess? Like do you play online, like the people who already have rating, or spend some time on chess? Do you watch like chess videos? What do you do on chess?
Well, I play like on a chess team. So usually my chess teacher like conducts many tournaments, and we play against teams like from Malaysia and like all around the world. So
Okay.
yeah, and then I also do like puzzles on chess.com and watch chess videos.
Yeah. So about the puzzles, I think many of you who already know a bit of chess do a lot of puzzles on chess.com. That is a good starting point to learn a lot of the basic, traps, ideas, and things like that. But after a certain point, it is better to also do the puzzles from different sites, not just chess.com. The reason being, if you notice, if you are solving puzzles on chess.com, the same idea of a puzzle would come in like 50 different positions. It would be queen b4, maybe the rook would be on h8. That will be slight difference, but not like a big of a difference. So then by then, once you master the pattern, okay, that that this position queen b4 is a solution, then there is really not a lot of learning when you do the same puzzle like for the 100th time. If it's good once you do it for 10-15 times to master the idea or the pattern, but after that it is just not really helpful. So this kind of repetition happens a lot on chess.com puzzles. So after a certain amount of rating that you get on chess.com puzzles, I would suggest you also try to solve from a puzzle book, or from, there are other gaming sites like eChess where you can also solve puzzles. So try to mix 2-3 puzzle sites and solve. That's, I think, faster way to improve than solving puzzles on the same website for a longer period of time. So that is a general suggestion for whoever wants to solve puzzles on online. Yeah. And also, in general, I would suggest, if you're interested on chess, to follow, some chess videos. There's so much chess content out there. Just whenever you get time, watch 5 minutes, 10 minutes of chess videos. And it's as I said, even if it's a hobby, it's a very nice way to spend your time. And like you are forcing yourself to think critically, and you are going to, like, that's going to help you in some way or another in the future for sure. Yeah. Okay. So any other questions, any ideas that participant wants to share? Okay, so I guess it's very silent. So I'll just once again wish everyone an International Chess Day, even though it's still 19th for you there. It's 20th here already for me. So yeah, so if you're learning chess, continue to learn chess, and be a part of the chess community, where there are 190 countries where chess is actively played. So get to be a part of the community. That's what I would say. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all on the camp. And thanks to the Tamil Shangam for for this introduction session. And yeah, I think you can take over.
Thank you. Thank.
Yeah, I think someone has a question.
Questions? Yeah, go ahead, Sujay.
So in this position, it's also another enter Queen A7. Can Queen A7 be another answer?
Queen A7. I mean, I can try to go. Let me think. I can play Bishop B7 here. Try to stop the checkmate. So
Yeah.
also, like, you can try to win material, but it's still not exactly a checkmate yet. Or I can go Rook D8. But it's a very interesting try. The same concept, you are trying to deflect the queen, but yeah, it's still checkmate. Yeah. Or you can also go Bishop C6. I think this is a better way because there's no Rook C8 now. You can try Rook takes C6. Yeah, okay, you can try to checkmate this way, like check here, and yeah, there's this checkmate.
Yeah.
So maybe better is Bishop D6. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I know nothing.
Yeah, Queen A7 though is a very, very creative move. So as I said, like it's so like when you see an ideas, this is the point. So when you see one plan, you can kind of build based on that plan. You can build similar plans, on top of it. So the idea was deflection. So maybe next you could try is if Queen B6 works, but there may be some sort of, like a small difference between Queen B4. The point being now we don't have Queen E7 check when you go Queen B6. So maybe, Black may try to go Queen D8 and try to save that queen from getting checkmated. Yeah. So good, a good try though. Queen A7 was. Yeah. Okay. Back to you.
Sure. Priyadarshan, many of them ask the question. Like I think in the pamphlet we have said like intermediate and advanced. So when you're talking about the intermediate is in your presentation, intermediate, what you mean is like more than 1200.
I think I kind of slightly differentiate. Yeah. So basically the intermediate is the syllabus I put as basic. Okay, I made a minor error there. So yeah. So as I see, I think the highest rated today was around 1000. I believe. Yes. Is there anyone who attended today who has a rating higher than 1000 today? USCF rating.
I do.
Okay. What's your rating?
1009.
Okay, so we have so then what? Okay, so we have one participant who attended was 1009, I guess. So most of the kids who, if let's say the first 2-3 positions that I showed, if they are not able to solve that or were kind of finding it tough to solve, they will go to the first group that we plan to do.
Yeah.
Definitely
there was some question like because many of them like around 1000 and like 970 1000 and 1100 or something like that. They wanted to come as an advance because they're saying like they attend a lot of tournaments and they have the tournament experience, but they're still struggling to move it towards the 1200. So they want to be in intermediate. What you say, intermediate, which is advanced.
Yeah. So what the group we had put on the poster was just an estimate because we are not sure who who are going to what rating range. So if you are around 1000, you already have a rating, then I think we can club it in a way where people who have USCF rating in one group and who don't have a rating in another group, we can try to club it that way.
Perfect. I think
that
works. Yeah.
The detail on the flyer is not very accurate in the sense because we just put an estimate that 1200 above and 1200 below. But if majority of the kids are like around 1000 rating, then we'll keep it 1000 above and 1000 below. We'll keep it that way.
Yeah,
so
that was the majority of the question. I got it.
Another thing I just wanted to add with this is because we are starting with the beginner camp. If after the first session, if the coach feels someone is too strong for that session, we'll suggest them to move to the next week session. If we'll say that it's better you attend the intermediate session. I think we'll do that. If they don't have, even though they don't have a rating, but if we figure out they have a lot of skills, like they are a lot of potential, then we'll put them instead on the second camp, which is for the higher, rated kids. If they are available, if they can participate in that instead. Yeah. I think we'll do that. But if you already have a USCF rating, I think you enroll for the second camp, second week. Yeah, I think that's the best we can do.
Yes, Sujay, go ahead.
So what if there's like so your estimate is 1200 above and 1200 below for the camp? Like
No, I think that's what he answered. Like whoever has the USCF rating and have a tournament experience, they can go to the second decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So forget the 1200 rating thing, because it was just an estimate. We were not very sure who's going to register. So if you have a USCF rating, go for the second, register for the second camp, not the first.
Okay.
I think we will also send an RSVP with all the notes, like what is your current rating and what is your tournament experience. So I think we will have an opportunity for Grandmaster to, even though like we say USCF, if the USCF is 450 or 600, it'll up to the Grandmaster to put into which session is it.
Yeah, so we can. So if you're not very sure if I'll fit in with that, I can send you like a mini, like a questionnaire, like Google form or something with some positions, and based on how you solve, we'll see where you fit the best, and we'll put you accordingly on camp 1 or camp 2. Yeah.
Can't see.
Okay. Kids, anyone has any question? Okay. First of all, like on behalf of Tamil Changam, we are thanking all the kids to spend this evening and to spend some time for chess. I think if you've seen the slide, I think he already said like what are the benefits of playing chess, right? So it is also helping for you to get the credits and also scholarship in your college. So it's not only the time pass game, or it is sport. It became a sport now, and you will get a lot of benefits by playing chess. As he said, like the mental concentration and the decision making. It will help in all other life science, right? Like we say, life science. So it'll help you in many ways. So not only it is just a board game, it is like a sport, and you will get a lot of benefits. And also like scholarships, like you can see, like he has got some scholarship when he did a college in St. Louis. So it'll be very good, like getting very good to learn chess. It's a good investment, putting your time now. So it's very good. And you can explain, like I will send out all the, I have recorded this session. So you can show it to your parents, and you can explain them. It's a kind of like reverse schedule. You can give your convince your parents like what is the benefit of playing chess, right? You can do that. And thank you, Grandmaster Priyadharshan, for spending a time and giving a valuable guidance to our kids. And it'll be a helpful. We will send out the camp detail. I think you. So our kids are gifted to get the Grandmaster class.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity provided, and thanks everyone for showing up today on a Sunday evening. I know it's not that easy. Thanks for the opportunity.
We will also send a feedback form, so your parents, if they have any questions before the registration, they can ask us. Like we will try to give an answer. If I couldn't give an answer, I will get an answer from Grandmaster, and I will let you know, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.